could have a squirrel.
We don't want a squirrel.
Or a hamster.
We don't want hamster either.
Look at that snake.
Morris, will you get off animals and start looking for things to do with gardens? There, have that little edging tool there.
Where?
There, that's a little edging tool for edging lawns.
Press 29.
Your cards are being processed. That's it then, Morris. Sutton Moor Landscapes is up and rolling. Yes! This is amazing. Did you know that the codling moth gets into apples by shinning up the tree trunk?
So is this it then? Gone forever, never ever coming back?
That's the tone of voice reserved for dead relatives, Sean, not the television you're through. I did it democratically.
Good God!
We got all the household appliances round a table, and I'm afraid the television just couldn't justify itself being 4 foot across. Old Kent Road, please.
Have you seen what the red-ringed spider mite does to pear trees?
You know, Len, I bet you're the only landscape gardeners who need a wheelbarrow just to take round the gardening manuals.
What? Well, obviously we won't be taking these with us.
Mind you, you're the only landscape gardeners who've got a picture of an anchor on your business card, so I suppose it tallies.
Pat, I told you. On the machine, it looked like an edging tool.
Len, you wouldn't know a garden tool if it hit you in the face.
Pat, what happened to encouragement, eh?
Right. Come here.
What? What?
That is why I'm less than optimistic. Quote, Pat, when I finish this garden, we'll be able to open it to the public.
We will.
What for then? Rallycross?
This garden, Pat, shows a spark of imagination. That Italian sunken terrazza there, when that's finished, that'll be magic.
Capability Brown couldn't have wandered round Chatsworth saying, when that deer park's finished, that'll be magic.
Hey. All right, Len.
But of course, Capability Brown didn't have Inability Morris helping him.
All right, Pat.
Hello, Mark.
Oh. Hey, look at this. I was doing a bit of digging in the garden last night, and I found Dad's old gardening gear in the outhouse.
Hey, well, will you look at that, eh?
I don't believe this.
Oh, what's the problem?
It's dream gear, this, Pat. It works a treat.
Does it hurt to be positive, Pat?
I'm being realistic. If I contacted landscape gardeners, I would expect to see a lorry arrive and people in uniforms emerge with rotivators. Might use a little confidence to see our camper van pull up and Morris amble out clutching a trowel.
You don't believe we can do this, do you?
Hey, the other thing I came to tell you is we've got a job, man. Bloke wants a quote. Go up after Sunday dinner, right?
Right. So it's 18 Avenue Crescent, Mobile Eve, right? This is it. This is great. All that cell phones, you know. I was never happy selling executive playthings.
Right.
Dad would have been proud of us, you know. He worked the land.
He had an allotment.
Yeah, but he understood the land. He used to understand the plants.
I used to understand plants.
Yeah, but he didn't have to smoke things to understand plants. You see, gardening, it's like, you know, what's the word? In the blood. And we've had this empathy with the land ever since.
Have we?
Yeah, well, you said you were doing some gardening the other night, didn't you?
All that, yeah, right.
Good month, June. What were you planting?
A time capsule.
Hey?
You know, for future generations to discover. I got this big box from Oxfam, and like I wrote a long letter about the state of 90s Britain. And I put in a few contemporary artefacts, and a copy of that day's newspaper, and buried it.
Really?
Of course, then I couldn't find out what was on the telly, so I had to dig it up again.
Hello?
Mrs. Naylor Lawrence? Sutton Moor Landscapes. I believe your husband wanted a quote for some horticultural restructuring.
Horticultural Oh, right. Just down here. Norman? It's the gardeners.
Sean, what are you doing with that?
Well, there's nothing else to do now that Sammy's gone.
Look, your dad will go mad if you damage his guitar. It's got finely balanced tuning pegs.
I know. That's what he told me last time. 5 minutes later, he was playing French cricket with it.
It's good French cookies.
I have to tell you, she might be a wild Troy, love. You know, she's revising by the ship canal. She's got her English exam this week.
Oh?
Joy's soul lies in the doing, that she beloved knows naught that knows not this. Men prize the thing ungained more than it is. Troilus and Cressida, Act 1, Scene 2.
Your language is well wicked, you know.
So Swedish.
English is like white wine, you know. It's light, it's very light, but in its depth it has 1,000 tastes and colors. Swedish is like a banana milkshake. It's very nice and cheerful, but halfway down it's still a banana milkshake and it just starts to clog your mouth up.
No, but each language has its own colour, Jürgen. And Swedish...
Sounds like a moose.
No.
No, I know, it sounds like a moose. My uncle, I sit at dinner, he talks, I think, God, it's just a moose.
Look at it. What a sight. That's what the last days of the Roman Empire must have looked like. Fat, decadent old senators sitting around a swimming pool.
He wants a patio lane, Len.
Doesn't it all have a vague air of a Nazi summer retreat?
I thought this was going to be about planting flowers, man.
Finished, Len? Like some fruit punch?
It's a bit posh, this, Len, eh? Sutton Moor Landscapes, professional garden reconstruction. What's the anchor for?
It's an edging tool.
Is it?
Well, if you're in the business.
Oh, and how long have you been in the business, then?
Me, years, Bob. You know, in here. What's the word? You know, when it's in your blood and you can't do anything about it.
Septic?
Intuition.
Yeah, but you've done a course or something, surely.
Knowledge isn't all courses, Norman. In nature, you know, I mean, who teaches otters to build dams?
Beavers, probably, Len.
Shut up.
What was the last gardening you did, Morris?
Ah, well, that'd be my time capsule, I think.
Herbs, you know, herbs. So, when's the start date for all this, then, Norman?
Well, it'd be clear as soon as the regatta's over on Saturday. Start the next Monday.
The what?
Little regatta theme party I'm having for the Rotary Club. Barbecue around the swimming pool.
It's the May Queen procession during the day, Len, you know. All the businesses will be putting a float out.
As chairman, I decided all the floats could be on a nautical theme this year. Bit of a nautical man myself, you see, Len. Well, that's what attracted me to your card in the first place.
What?
Well, the anchor.
Come on, Jürgen. The Vikings were fiery and passionate, and they were Scandinavian.
Yeah, but that was a phase, you know? An immaturity. Like adolescence. Like the male of the species. When he first becomes aware of the opposite sex, he goes through a Viking phase. You know? Suddenly there's this unknown land he has to conquer, and he rushes over, and there's a short burst of clanking and straw flying up and chickens running everywhere. And then it's all over, and he's messed everything up.
Losing your virginity doesn't have to be like that.
You see? You immediately say lose. Girl loses her virginity. Boy gains his manhood. It's not a robbery, Siobhan. Lovemaking should not be a Viking raid, you know? It should be a barge holiday. Where you both go together and discover things slowly. And point at things. You know what I'm saying?
It's better to fall in love with a moose than a Viking.
Kind of.
Time for it. 30.
That's right, it's 30.
30 York Stone paving slabs at £23.75 plus VAT.
Steady on.
At 17.5%.
Steady on.
Oh, I can't watch this. I'm going to church.
Right. Well, give God my love. You know, he does 2 shows on a Sunday. Not even Ken Dodd can manage that.
The sermon's the parable of the landscape gardener, actually. You should read it. It's got a very tragic end.
No, well, not for us, love. Because we're on a winner here. Old Nautical Norman's got bags to spend on horticultural restructuring.
Perhaps that's because he hasn't spent his life faffing about and built up a proper business. You should try it sometime, Len.
Pat? Pat, what was all that? Pat, all right, I'm getting there, OK? I mean, I know we're small, but, you know, mighty oaks from little acorns grow.
Not if you planted them, I doubt, Len. They're more likely to come up as Swiss cheese plants.
Look, this is a proper business, Pat. I mean, this is probably more of a proper business than Bob Carling and his flaming batteries.
Will you stop all this? He's got the proper business.
What, faffing about with floats is a proper working
They're
man?
not the ones faffing about. They've earned that. For God almighty's sake, Len, can't you see? Faffing about with floats is something they've earned because they've been successful. And you can't, because you haven't, and you're not. OK?
14 bags of industrial concrete at £9.65 a bag.
Steady on.
Siobhan.
Who let you in here?
Siobhan, I bought you this. Carnations. Fresh. Well, they were at the garage this morning.
Did you know, Troy? The reason why they sell flowers at garages is for cheating sales reps who are having affairs to take back and fob off their wives.
You didn't say that on the rack. It said flowers for all occasions.
Yeah, well, you can't fob me off. Out.
Siobhan, listen. I haven't written a poem, OK? Because I can't write poetry and I can't do speeches and I can't write songs.
I hope we're not going to do the old list, Troy, because you happen to know the only box that's ticked is can mend car engines.
But what I can do is show you how I feel by waiting.
Do you mean here? Or professionally in a restaurant?
I mean like in Troilus and Cressida.
You have not read Troilus and Cressida.
Well, I started, but I couldn't, so I brought Proudy's notes. I just wanted to... Well, yeah, I like talking about all that, and in Troilus and Cressida, they're split up and one waits.
Don't you dare make me feel sorry for you. Out. And don't look at me like that, because you deserve it. Because you went to Tenerife on a promise, didn't you? because you were so desperate for a bit of continental nookie, which just goes to show you why you, Troy, are an immature... You're just a sad little Viking, all right?
Right, what's that lot come to then?
£4.80 times 17.5 times 4. Right, altogether that comes to... Oh, is the C button not the comes to then?
Morris, bit of a tragedy on the quote front, Len. You know your old depot at Sutton Moor Haulage? You know that Arctic you borrowed for our Sean's football match? Did they have any flatback trucks?
Mother, it would have been boring, wouldn't it? Marriage would have been dead boring if it was all some easy Sunday afternoon car ride. But with Len, you know, skidding from one side of the road to the other in a mud-splattered banger, oofing ourselves out of ditches every 50 yards. That's much more exciting. Oh, God, I wish you were here to moan to. Come on, Mum. Give us a sign, eh? Pablo. Mr. Bevington? Mr. Bevington?
Hello, Pat. You all right, love? What are you doing out here?
Well, I was just tidying my mum's wood and grave. Me? What are you doing out here?
I brought her up here once, Pat. Your mum.
Pardon?
Dragged her out of bed and brought her up here. Must have been 1 o'clock in the morning, huh?
Mr. Bevington.
Took her breath away, Pat.
Mr. Bevington, I don't want to hear.
It was a meteor shower, you see. We passed through the tail of a comet. Of course, in those days, I only had a 3.5-inch refractor. But we always said whoever went first should leave a bit of money to help buy a little dream. She'd leave me a bit to get a bigger telescope.
What? You're out here looking at stars?
Them's not stars, you know.
Yes, they are.
Here, come over, sit down. Have a look through my telescope. Just there. Them's a light from stars. The one it's trained on, Alta. When the light that you're seeing now actually left that star, well, it was the year that Gulf Vaughan was born. And slightly to the right, you get Shellac. When that light set out, Alfred the Great was on the throne. And very faint, up in between the two, you get Denham. Jesus was walking about around here. Funny, having all those bits of history raining down on you. It makes you feel like you're existing across all of them, right across time. Not a bad present, that, from your mum. Immortality.
Do you know what my mum's money bought us this week, Mr. Bevington? Digestive biscuits, shampoo, beans, lard, cornflakes and panscaras. Nothing immortal in that lot. All be gone next week. Well, the panscaras will still be around, but it's not exactly how I wanted to remember my mum.
You want to buy something like this, some little ambition, a dream, just something that...
It's interesting, isn't it? You say dream, you think of ambition. I say dream, I think of waking bolt upright at midnight covered in sweat.
Must have a dream, Pat.
I don't agree with that. Everyone has a dream, and it'll come true if you want it badly enough. I mean, if that were true, then Len would be as successful as Bob Carlin, Mr. Bebbington, but he's not. And what he spends his time trying, my mum's money just gets eaten away.
Well, if it's helping him try, then your mum's just buying his dream for him. She'd have loved that. She said helping people get hands on little bits of their dreams was the most important thing anyone could do in life.
She said that?
She said a lot of cracking things like that, your mum. She was a cracking lady.
Len, you know earlier Len, I know getting this business going means a lot to you. I do know that. And, well, I just want you to know I wasn't knocking you.
Yeah, well, like me and Morris decided on that rock in Wales. Pessimism breeds failure. Optimism breeds success. And, it's looking pretty good. I've got it sorted out.
You know, whatever you do, I'm always here, don't you? I'm always behind you, Len Tully, you daft old bugger. I always back you up.
Great. So you'll be up for going in this Viking longboat, then? Hey! What about that, then?
That's my duvet cover.
Well, yeah, stroke of genius, that. That'll put the wind up Bob Carlin and his rotary Ponzi regatta lot. You see, Vikings, they were real sailors. Yeah, come on, grab that.
Vikings didn't have guitars. They did. That's how they kept the rolls in time. Eric Clapton sitting at the front playing I Shot the Sheriff.
Mm-hmm. Where's your mother? Haven't you got anything a bit furrier?
This is as furry as I get.
Right, let's go.
Do you know the route, like, Lenny, of this do?
Yeah, I'll navigate.
How are we doing this one?
Because it's advertising. All the other companies are doing it. Plus, I think after Wales, it's time we supported your dad a bit.
Have you seen any signs saying procession? Hey, well, this is great, isn't it, Lenny, having Trixie afloat again? Well, I'm not sure paying 300 quid to get it back from the authorities and then sawing the keel off to make it stand up counts as a float. No, but, like last time, it was a similar failure, you know, the keel being too deep for the water. This time, it's a similar success. It is, isn't it? That's exactly what it is. Hey! Look out, Sutton Moor, the Vikings are coming! This is okay. Just the mast is just a bit, hang on a minute. Excuse me, mate. Is it the right road?
Well, not for Denmark, mate.
What? Oh, very good. No, the procession.
Well, they all went into town that way, yeah.
Right, thanks.
I go to school in this town.
Can you back up? Can you back up? Yeah, can you back up? Morris, that's the turn-off. Oh, God, I'm thinking I'm doing my whole job. I'm thinking I've got a load of frozen turkeys in the back.
Well, you're not far wrong.
Where the hell are we going?
Mum, that sign said M6.
Men?
I think the Vikings are restless.
Oh, pull over. I can't stop here. It's a motorway. Well, look, do something. We're heading towards flaming Preston.
Constable Watson, you know nothing exciting ever happens on Saturday afternoons.
Alpha, Alpha 5-1.
It's not an unstable load, officer, because my brother loaded it.
Right, man, and like I used to do the frozen turkeys, you know.
It's for the Sutton Moor Carnival, officer. Sutton Moor Landscapes. It's a Viking longboat.
Well, that's a problem. Road Traffic Act 1968. No ancient warships permitted on Her Majesty's highways.
It's the same act that forbids driving vehicles made out of chocolate.
Or lettuce leaves held together with string.
Yeah. Is it part of police training now, then, sarcasm?
It is, sir. That's how we handle riots now. No shields. We all stand there in a long line and shout, "Oh, well, that's a good haircut."
It's not, sir. He's being sarcastic.
Look, the rest of the procession are going on roads.
On designated roads with police supervision, sir.
Oh, come on, mate, we're going to miss the barbecue.
Sorry, sir. Maybe next year.
Steve, RTA.
Just get it off the road and arrange appropriate alternative transport.
We're on our way.
Bit of a tragedy on the regatta front, Len.
We don't have tragedies, Morris.
Don't we?
Us Tollets only have triumphs. No one tells Len Tollet maybe next year.
Uncle Morris, how long have these marshmallows been in the glove compartment for?
I don't know, Siobhan. Not my truck. I only hope they are marshmallows.
Someone once told me that a marshmallow in a pint of bitter would rise and fall forever. I just put it in when he remembered it was a sultana, not a marshmallow. Waste of a pint of bitter, that was.
You're right.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you, Rotary Club won't have a fire this big, will they?
No.
She's wondering what clothes to wear.
Hey, Sean. Where did you learn to play that?
Dunno. Just wait out.
Go on.
She puts on her makeup and brushes her long blonde hair. And then she asks me, do I look alright? And I say yes, you look wonderful tonight. It's time to go home now, but I gotta make it hurt. So I give her the car keys, she helps me to bed, and then I tell her, as I turn out the lights, I say, darling, you were wonderful tonight. I say, my darling, you were wonderful tonight.
Hey, Mr. Bevington.
Huh?
Have I ever told you I met Eric Clapton?